Dr. Heavenly Kims, one of the standout personalities on Bravo's Married to Medicine, is well known for her outspoken nature, her successful dental practice, and her role as a mother and wife. But in recent months, the spotlight on her family has shifted in a way she has not publicly addressed. Her son, Damon Kims Jr., has become the subject of serious legal scrutiny, with court documents revealing a felony indictment that shocked many fans who have followed the Kims family on television. According to legal filings, Damon was indicted earlier this year on a felony charge of aggravated assault against a law enforcement officer. Prosecutors alleged that in February 2023, Damon drove his car directly toward a Georgia State University police officer who was on duty at the time. The officer was not struck, but the alleged action was considered dangerous enough for prosecutors to pursue an aggravated assault charge under Georgia law, which treats threats or attempts against law enforcement officers with the utmost seriousness. The incident raised eyebrows, not only because of the gravity of the allegations, but also because of Damon's connection to his high-profile mother, who has built her brand around family, career success, and strong values. Despite the indictment, Damon was not immediately pushed through the full criminal trial process. Instead, prosecutors agreed to let him enter Fulton County's pre-trial adult diversion program, a rehabilitative initiative designed for defendants who show potential for reform. On August 5, 2025, a consent order was filed that placed Damon's case on judicial hold. This effectively paused prosecution while he works through the program's strict requirements, a path that could ultimately spare him from a permanent felony conviction if he fulfills every condition. The terms of Damon's diversion program are extensive and multifaceted. First, he must complete 40 hours of community service, a standard requirement aimed at instilling accountability and giving back to society. Beyond that, the program places a strong emphasis on mental health. Damon is required to undergo a comprehensive mental health evaluation. Alongside this, Damon must also create a pre-trial diversion program in Georgia is structured to give defendants like Damon a second chance when circumstances suggest they can benefit from rehabilitation rather than punishment alone. Not everyone qualifies. Eligibility is often limited to those without a lengthy criminal history, and to cases where prosecutors believe the public interest is served by intervention rather than incarceration. For young defendants especially, the program is seen as an opportunity to avoid the lifelong consequences of a felony conviction. For Damon, completion of the program could mean a clean slate, with the charge dismissed and no permanent record haunting his future opportunities. The timeline for the program is set at 24 months of supervision. There, Damon could potentially complete everything in as little as 18 months if he diligently fulfills all requirements. If successful, he will emerge without a conviction, able to move forward without the stigma of a felony on his record. But if he fails, the risks are steep. Prosecutors can reactivate the aggravated assault case and seek a full trial, where a conviction could carry severe penalties under Georgia law. For Dr. Heavenly, the situation is a deeply personal one, though she has yet to comment publicly. On Married to Medicine, she has often spoken candidly about her role as a mother and her efforts to instill discipline and responsibility in her children. Whether she chooses to open up about Damon's situation on camera or keeps it private, the case highlights the challenges reality TV families face when personal issues spill into public view. The case also raises broader questions about the role of diversion programs in the criminal justice system. Supporters argue that programs like Fulton County's offer meaningful rehabilitation and reduce recidivism by addressing the mental health and behavioral factors underlying criminal behavior. Critics, on the other hand, question whether such programs offer preferential treatment, especially when defendants come from families with influence or financial resources. In Damon's case, the requirements laid out, community service, counseling, courses, evaluations, and monitoring, appear rigorous. Legal troubles may serve as a private family battle, but for viewers and fans, it has already become part of the larger narrative surrounding one of Married to Medicine's most talked-about stars. Whether Damon completes the program successfully or falters under its demands will likely determine not only the course of his future, but also how the public perceives the Kims family moving forward. For now, the case remains on judicial hold, with Damon's progress under watchful eyes, not just those of the court, but of fans, media outlets, and the reality TV community as a whole. Dr. Heavenly Kims has built a reputation long before she became a household name through reality television. She was already an established dentist and businesswoman in Atlanta. Her achievements in dentistry, including running her own dental practice, authoring self-help books, and developing business ventures, were central to her brand. However, the dental profession, like all areas of healthcare, comes with strict licensing requirements, regulations, and high expectations of professional conduct. At various points in her career, questions have been raised about her practice operations and financial management, leading to legal disputes that occasionally surfaced in public records. Among the legal issues Dr. Heavenly has faced over the years are civil lawsuits tied to her dental practice. Like many professionals in the healthcare industry, she has been the subject of malpractice claims and contractual disputes. These types of lawsuits are not uncommon for doctors or dentists who treat thousands of patients over the span of decades. Patients dissatisfied with treatment outcomes sometimes pursue legal recourse, and while not every claim ends in a judgment against the provider, the legal process itself can be draining and damaging to a professional's reputation. For Dr. Heavenly, even the mention of malpractice claims has fed gossip both online and within the Married to Medicine fan base, where cast members often weaponize personal information during heated arguments. Beyond malpractice claims, Dr. Heavenly's business ventures have also led to legal entanglements. As an entrepreneur, she has opened multiple practices and dabbled in ventures ranging from dental products to motivation. The public eye has also subjected her to defamation claims and online disputes. As a reality star, Dr. Heavenly has often made headlines for her blunt commentary and sharp critiques of her co-stars, both on the show and across social media platforms. While much of this falls under the umbrella of reality TV drama, in certain instances, individuals have considered her words damaging enough to explore legal remedies. Though not every threat of a defamation suit has resulted in a full-fledged case, the mere possibility of legal action has occasionally forced Dr. Heavenly to temper her approach or clarify her statements. Another layer of legal complications stems from the responsibility she carries as a licensed dentist. State boards governing dentistry hold practitioners to high ethical and professional standards. Over the years, critics and online forums have speculated about whether complaints were filed against Dr. Heavenly with the Georgia Board of Dentistry. Such complaints, whether substantiated or not, can trigger investigations, hearings, and even sanctions, ranging from fines to probationary terms on a license. While Dr. Heavenly has continued practicing without interruption, suggesting she has avoided the harshest penalties, whispers about potential complaints have added to her reputation as someone who courts controversy, both inside and outside of her profession. On Married to Medicine, these legal issues have been woven into her storylines, sometimes directly and sometimes indirectly. Co-stars have confronted her about her finances or her reputation, and Dr. Heavenly has often responded by leaning into her trademark humor or flipping the criticism back onto others. Still, the very fact that her professional and legal troubles have become part of the show underscores how closely her real life and television persona are intertwined. Fans who watch her clash with co-stars over dinner tables or in reunion specials often do so with the awareness that the drama extends beyond the screen. Her critics argue that her legal issues undermine the image she projects of being financially secure and in total control. They point to lawsuits, tax liens, and public filings as evidence that Dr. Heavenly's tax issues and professional disputes are not just private matters, but part of a larger narrative consumed by fans and critics alike. At 53, Dr. Heavenly continues to juggle her thriving dental practice, her role on Married to Medicine, and her responsibilities as a mother and wife. Her legal history has not defined her, but it has shaped how she is perceived both positively and negatively. While some see her as a lightning rod for drama and controversy, others see her as a strong example of perseverance in the face of legal and personal challenges. Regardless of perspective, it is undeniable that Dr. Heavenly Kim's legal struggles over the years have become part of her legacy, adding layers to a reality star whose life is anything but ordinary. And that wraps up our deep dive into the unfolding situation surrounding Dr. Heavenly Kims and her son Damon's legal case. While Damon has been given a rare second chance through the pre-trial diversion program, the responsibility now rests entirely on him to follow through with every requirement and prove that he deserves to walk away from this without a felony on his record. For Dr. Heavenly, who has always prided herself on her role as a mother and mentor, this is undoubtedly one of the most difficult challenges her family has faced under the public spotlight. Whether or not she chooses to address it on Married to Medicine, fans will continue to watch closely as this story develops, hoping for Damon's redemption and a brighter path forward. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you believe diversion programs like this truly offer fair second chances, or do they raise questions about accountability? Drop your opinions in the comments below, because this is a conversation worth having. If you found this breakdown informative, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss updates on stories at the intersection of celebrity life, reality TV, and real-world headlines. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.